Well, hello there, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we're doing an interesting pick a card. It was a suggestion from a subscriber, so thank you. And we are going to take a look at a connection that you have that may be either in conflict or maybe you're even separated from this person, but a lesson that they are learning from you. So it's taking a look at their perspective of the conflict. What lesson that they are learning from you or they learned from you in this situation, and how they are overcoming this lesson or taking this into perspective, and what they are aspiring to become, how they're moving, progressing on this. So we'll take a look at that. Really interesting, different kind of a reading, because we're taking it from their perspective, not necessarily yours. So we have three piles today, pile 1, 2, and 3. If you want to, you can take a moment, stop the video, and meditate on which pile is calling to you. And all the piles are time-stamped in the description box below, so when you are ready, you can go directly to your pile. And I'm going to go ahead and start with pile 1. Well, hello there, group 1. So we are going to take a look at a connection that you have at this time, or you may be separated from. We're going to take a look at what they saw in you, what helped trigger them into wanting to make some soul progress or a lesson, opening them up to a lesson that was on their journey that they wanted to learn from. So we'll take a look at this, and then we're going to clarify with more tarot cards, and then we'll see how you can also benefit from this connection. All right, so let's take a look at first how they perceive you, what they saw in you, what was the trigger that helped them to open up to a lesson that they wanted to work on. So really interesting. We have the Discovery card. I feel like they see you as a person that has discovered some secret nugget of information, wisdom. You could have discovered your spiritual gift, your talent, some creative ability that you are now trying to put this out into the world. A sense of having discovered what it is that your purpose is, what you want to do, and then exchanging it with the world, trying to create something good in the world. Now we have the Envy card. Part of this could have been that you could have been envious of other people that had like a job or a career that they really loved, and maybe you didn't. So you went kind of on a journey to discover what it was, your passion was, what it is that you wanted to bring into the world. They could have also seen you as being envious of people that perhaps had more than you had, or had more given to them. Okay, say, from birth or something like that. Like you may have at one time been extremely envious of other people, but then you took that envy and turned it into creating a life that was a good exchange, because with exchanging gifts, it's somebody that, is giving out to the world and also allowing it to come in. So really interesting energy. I feel like you have kind of gone through some sort of a transformation here. Maybe going from, living with a lot of envy for what other people have, and now in a much more balanced energy here. I love this. And the way that you did that was you stepped into loving yourself instead of looking at what other people have or how other people are living and being kind of envious of this. It's kind of like, no, I'm going to step into an energy of loving myself, loving my gifts, loving my talents, giving them out to the world, accepting back, putting myself as my top priority. The Queen of Cups knows that she has to fill her own cup before she can fill the cups of others. So you've stepped into that energy and found a lot with the Six of Wands, found a lot of success in this. Whether you actually recognize it or not, okay, this is how the other person is perceiving you. That you have, really done some sort of transformation and that you're winning at this, You are creating a life that is good for you, full of love for yourself, full of love for, perhaps your family or those that are around you, full of love. I really feel with this exchanging gifts, a sense of loving the world, loving your clients, loving whoever you're working for or with, loving your soul's purpose, really in that energy. Really lovely. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to clarify this. I'm not really sure. I mean, this is such a lovely energy that you are in. Or the way, let's clarify that. That's the way that they see you. You may not see yourself as that. But that's, yeah. Wow. This is just lovely. The Chariot is on the bottom. Yeah, you have this sense of strength, of knowing what you love and putting your time and energy. I feel like this is all about your work. They see you as somebody that is really strong and courageous, really dedicated to your work, dedicated to the people that are involved with, what it is that you're producing, really and truly loving, your clients, your customers, the people that you work with, the people that you encounter on a daily basis through your work. You're loving every minute of it. Now, and that does not mean that you don't have those days, right? But they really, they kind of look at you as somebody that's living your life the way that you really want to live it. You're not so concerned with what other people think about what it is that you're creating. You're staying in touch with your customer and what your customer is wanting. You're in that energy, which is really, truly loving. And with the Chariot, I feel like you're making a lot of progress. You may have just started a new business or something and feel like, yeah, well, I'm not making any money or, something like that. But it's more than that, because this person sees you as somebody that loves what you do. That is what's opening them up to their lesson, because they could be somebody that really feels like work is drudgery. They look at you and see that you love what you do. Really lovely energy there. Okay, so let's see what their obstacle is, what they're having to overcome here. Yeah, 7th chakra, okay, their crown chakra. Taking action based on their higher self, connecting with spirit, and understanding that I think they feel like you are co-creating with spirit. That is the thing that they are lacking in their life. They're wanting, this energy of putting more love into their achievements. I feel like it could be somebody that either has a lot of achievements in their life. So they could have made a lot of money. They could have been very successful in business, but they don't love it. Love what their work is, right? Their achievement has been mostly on, the bottom line, how much money they've made, or, how far or how big their career has gone, or something like that. But they're understanding, there's not a lot of love or passion here. Like, they get up every day and they can, it's so interesting. They're showing me You've Got Mail. That it's probably at least 20 years old, but I do love that movie with Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks. And in that movie, Tom Hanks is, his grandfather, father, and so the 3 generations own a bookstore, right? And it's all about how many books can we sell? How can we entice people to come in here, and how can we get them to buy more books, right? And Meg Ryan owns a little, tiny mom and pop bookstore, right? And the big bookstore is putting her out of business because they're offering discounts and, flashy things. And in that movie, he changes to understand that it's not just about the sales, right? It's about loving what you do. I feel like this person is a little bit like a Tom Hanks, where they could have, in that movie, where they could have, really aspired. They've built this huge business, but they're not really connecting with the customers. They're not really connecting. There's no love here, because this is their obstacle. They're trying to reconnect with spirit, to understand, what direction do I go in now? It's not like they want to perhaps end this business, but it's a sense of, wow, how can I reconnect with my purpose? How can I take what I've built and reconnect to this sense of having passion, having love, having more of a connection with the clients, the customers, whoever they're serving. I feel like perhaps they feel like they're not even really serving. There's no service. They're not giving, like service or a gift, this exchanging gifts. They're not really, there's nothing that they're really exchanging, except maybe, they're selling a book and they're getting money back from it. But there's just no sense of heart, of love in this. Yeah, Two of Cups. Wow, really interesting. Six of Swords. They're wanting to move on from this. Okay, we have the Two of Cups and the Nine of Swords, and then the Moon card. There's a lot of anxiety. This is a romantic connection here. There's a lot of anxiety about this. They're not sure where it's going. And I feel like they may be wanting to move on. Yeah, there's this sense of they're either wanting to move on or they're afraid you're moving on. And a lot of, anxiety about what to do about this. Really, interesting, because I feel as if they could be, I'm almost getting a sense that they could be somebody that is, even older than you. They're taking a look at what you are doing with your life. There's almost this energy of regret on their part of how they've lived their life, of getting to they could be getting to a certain birthday or something. And they're just kind of like, taking a look. We have this great achievement. It's the number one, and this is the number one. This could be a twin flame connection where we have a lot of ones. I really feel like they're trying to start something new, but not necessarily scrapping everything in their life. I don't feel like that. It's more of wanting a new outlook on life. That's what I think they think you have. You have this much more loving, giving, allowing, energy. And I feel like you kind of had this transformation. You transformed yourself. They look at that as, wow, they transformed. I'd like to transform. So if nothing else, it could be, you have really transformed some part of your life, or maybe your entire, your whole lifestyle or something like that. They are looking at that and saying, yeah, that's what I'd like to do. Almost, wondering how do I spiritually connect with myself, with spirit, so that I can do something similar. So what they're aspiring to do is to be more present. The thinking woman is, a little bit intellectual, but I think with the here and now, I think they're wanting more mindfulness, more presentness. This person could have been always like thinking about some big goal or the next achievement, just always focused on that. And now they're kind of like, well, wait a minute, maybe I could just be more present in my life, because they want to, they heal this. There's a sense of wanting to relax, okay, to heal, to reflect. There is a kindred partnership. You could be the kindred partnership. You know, it's so interesting because when I look at these 4 cards on the table, there's so much green there, and the green is the heart chakra. I think you are helping to open up actually their heart chakra to be able to put their love out into the world. I don't think they aspired at one time to have love in their life. Their life might have been all about what they were achieving in the business world or something like that. Now they're understanding that they want to be more present. Yeah, 7 of Wands. It's almost a sense. Okay, so this is what they're aspiring, wanting to aspire to. We have the Emperor, but they have the 2 of Wands here. Trying to decide. There's a lesson here with the Page of Pentacles. There's a lesson. You see how she's reading a book? They want to take this wisdom that they have learned from you and put it into their business. Once again, I don't feel like whatever they've achieved in their life, it's not like they want to scrap it. They want to take it in a new direction with the 2 of Wands. They want to take whatever this empire is, okay, that they have created. They want to take it in a new direction. They've learned something from you. They've learned that there can be healing in connections. You see the kindred partnership, it could be even their connection with their clients, their customers, whoever they're selling books to or whatever, right? It's kind of like, yeah, I want to be more connected. I want this healing to go, with this connection. They feel like, there's this strong sense that you have a lot of love in your heart for perhaps this person, but just a lot of love for mankind. There's this sense of, of allowing. I feel like you're very much of an allowing type of person. You allow energies to flow, You could be a person that doesn't get too upset about anything because you know that the energies just flow, right? The ebb and flow, and you're just kind of like, okay, yeah, I have this very much like swimmy feeling about you. And I feel as if they were, at least at one time, very, kind of direct. I get it like a King of Swords type of energy, very direct. And now they're understanding. They see your softness. It makes them want to be more soft. They're understanding that, when they're just the emperor and gender doesn't matter, but they're just the emperor, they're just basing everything on their achievements and what other people have achieved, right? That when they do that they're also missing out kind of on love. Because I feel as if they could be somebody that really puts a lot of expectations on the people in their life. This could be even a father figure. It could be an employer. Or if it's a romantic connection, it's somebody that, likes to have a lot of power. And you're a person that just, is a little bit more, maybe one of the mutable signs, or just definitely more allowing. That's the word that I just keep getting, is allowing. And I think that they want to soften. It may not be, but it's this energy. I had a neighbor once, and he had a really high profile, CEO type job. And then he had a heart attack. And after his heart attack, he was just like a totally different person. He was just very allowing, much more allowing. He enjoyed gardening. He was the type that, I would be out in the yard, and we had literally a picket fence between our yards, and he would just chat. And like before that, it was not that at all. It was all, I got to rush off to work, and and I feel it's almost like that. This person may have had some kind of a health crisis or something. They look at you And they're just kind of like in this energy of, yeah, there's more to life than just building empires. There's more to life than that. Really interesting. So we're going to take a look at the Soul Truth card. Now, you have to keep in mind that when you are opening somebody else up to a lesson, there's also a part of you that's learning something in this connection too. Because it is that we learn the most about ourselves and others through our connections. So this Soul Truth card is kind of for both of you. It's so we'll see what we have here. Am I getting enough rest to restore my energy and fully show up to my life? Interesting. You are the asset. This body is your vehicle. Notice how your body is feeling, how much sleep you are getting, and what you can do to help your body rest. Take a bath, put on lavender essential oil, go to bed ridiculously early, or give yourself a timeout today. Notice your body thanking you. So, the message I'm kind of getting here is that you may at one time have been envious of people that had a lot of what I think your energy is now. Taking a bubble bath, taking time for yourself, giving yourself that rest and, that you need time to, be present, mindfulness, right? You could have at one time had a health crisis and then moved into more of a healing type of energy, of loving yourself, of loving, the world around you, instead of being so, based on achievement. So it's interesting because you may have already experienced that, but that's exactly the energy I was getting earlier, right? When I said, that my neighbor who had the heart attack, I feel like this person is kind of, this could be even a connection. You could be actually like a life coach, health coach, mindfulness coach for this person, or even like a physical therapist. They see something in you that is helping them. You may literally be teaching them as a coach, how to be more mindful, how to rest and relax, how to enjoy life, to perhaps, take whatever empire they have built and kind of take it in a new direction. It doesn't mean that they have to quit their job or quit their business, but taking the energy that they've learned. Like, for instance, say, they have a big business, they've built a big business. Maybe, you talk to them about mindfulness and stuff, and then they say, yes, everybody that, works at my company needs more mindfulness. They may have you come in and give, lectures about it. Or maybe they create a quiet room where people can go just to, have a few minutes of quiet. Or maybe they create a beautiful garden where people can sit or eat their lunch. It's kind of like, it's not that they're stopping their business necessarily, but they're trying to incorporate more of this energy that you have in their daily life. Really interesting. Well, group one, I'm going to leave it there. Kudos to you, because I really do feel like you've been a model for this person. And they may not come and live life just like you are, but they are trying to incorporate some of what they see in you and see how it has, once again, I think, transformed you or your life, and how they are putting more of that into theirs. So kudos to you. Well, I am going to leave it there. If you have any suggestions for future pick-a-cards, I'd love to hear that in the comments, or how this may resonate with you. And I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light to you. Bye for now. Well, hello there, group two. Well, let's take a look at what lesson you may have helped trigger in another person. So this can be in a romantic connection, family, friend connection, even a coworker connection, where there may be some conflict between the two of you, but there is a lesson that you have helped somebody else to open up to on their soul's progression. The other thing that you have to keep in mind find is that it is also helping you in some way to open up to some more soul growth. So we'll take a look at that at the end of this. So let's take a look first at what lesson that they have learned from you, what they have experienced, what they have seen in you or in your relationship, with them, what they have seen. Okay, so this is really interesting. Wow. I feel like, okay, I'm putting all three of these up here. They see you as a person that really is intuitive, very spiritual, with the Imagine card, that you can manifest a lot of good in your life, that you are a person that is really in touch with your intuition, uses the power of manifestation to bring those things in your life that you would like to have. I also feel like, with the World card, that they see you as part of a spiritual part of the collective, of having a better understanding perhaps of the world and of people in general than maybe they have had in the past. We'll see when we get to theirs. They see you as worldly. Okay, so you could be a world traveler. You could have traveled around the world. You could be very up on world current events. You could be someone that is like very concerned about like global warming or global issues. They see you as a spiritual teacher, leader, somebody that is truly trying to help the universe or the world in some way. And with the Page of Swords, this is, I feel like you're a good communicator. You can either orally or in written word really express your opinion about all of, the world events or how things can, be changed. You have, I would say, probably strong opinions about things, but your opinions are very much for the good of all mankind. It's not like just what's good for you. Like, you're looking at things. You could be very politically oriented, very religious, but wherever your efforts are, it's as if you are looking out for others more than just yourself. Very much, I feel like their energy here is that they may in some way kind of put you up on a pedestal, aspire to be more like you. There's an energy of, I feel like you have this energy, there's this energy that you have a lot of compassion for other people. And, I'm going to say this, and because of this Page of Swords, I feel like you have a lot of compassion for other people and for people that maybe can't speak up for themselves. And yet at the same time, it's a very determined kind of like, almost, you could be even like a lawyer or an advocate, a lobbyist, something like that. Like, you're really trying to make changes. And I feel as if you do it in a very kind of strong way. It's not a soft energy that I get, but it's not that you're overpowering. You're just very much, I have this very much of a strong, very strong energy from you. I get a sense that you feel like time is running out. You could see a situation. I don't know, they're saying world hunger. Like you see a situation like, world hunger or something. And you could be somebody, you could be like Doctors Without Borders or something like that. Like you're not just talking about it. I think you're also taking action. But you're driven. There's definitely a sense of being driven. Whatever you're passionate about. And, it doesn't have to be global. It could just be in your own community. But you're very passionate about it. You have this energy of Imagine. That John Lennon song, Imagine. I'm hearing that. Just that energy of imagine a world that is peaceful. where there are no borders. There are no, in that song, he talks about no borders, no religion, no hunger. You aspire to that. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles on the bottom, 10 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody that takes really good care of themselves. You could be a person that at one time was, you may have grown up in an environment where there was a lot of lack. It could be why you are so kind of like concentrated on making the world a better place. So you could have grown up, in a world where you didn't have a lot of food, or you didn't have a lot of clean water, education, and those things that could help provide or lead you to the 10 of Pentacles. And that's why you are aspiring to help other people. Kind of like almost, I'm getting a sense of being a mother to the world, of really putting a lot of time and energy into whatever you are passionate about. This could be even a spiritual business that you have. You're putting a lot of time and energy into it. Now it's interesting because we have the 10 of Cups and then we have the Devil energy. Being really attached to what it is that you are truly passionate about. And yet at the same time, you're kind of waffling. I wonder if you're at, like this, you've spent a lot of time being an advocate or really working on whatever this passion of yours is. And now you're at a certain point where you're understanding that you may have closed the door to having a family. You may be kind of like toying between should I stay with my career, or should I move into the sense of having a family? You may have, there's also this energy here where you may have lost some family connections, let's say, because you were so passionate about whatever, whatever you're being an advocate for or working on. You could have grown up in a family that's very traditionally religious, and maybe you're more spiritual with this Imagine card and seeing the world, right? And you have a very much 5D image of the world, and you may have grown up in kind of like a very traditional religious family, and this has caused some conflict. You could also, it's interesting because you could also have, a sense that, that this is almost like a family, like if you were to get married or if you are married, like it's, the whole family, I have a very good friend whose adult children are very much into recycling and composting, and, and she's like, it's a little too much for me. I just can't do it all. I'm willing to do some, but I can't do it all. And I feel like at times she does kind of feel overwhelmed, by that, by what, her children are very, much advocates for, saving the planet, which is wonderful, right? But we all have our own limitations, our own limits of time and energy and passion, So it's kind of like, I wonder if you are somebody that is really passionate and yet you're having difficulty in connections with family or romance. So we'll take a look at what they are now trying to overcome because of this. You have obviously opened them up to seeing the world in a different way. This is what you have triggered in them. I think they're trying to understand a little bit better about what this all means. You may have just opened their mind to something that they never they never even gave two thoughts about in the past, you know? Really interesting because I know I'm getting you know, I'm hearing human trafficking. You could be, you know, really somebody that is really trying to prevent human trafficking or, you know, help that situation. And they are, you know, they're just opening up their mind to what that really entails, you know, and all of the pain in that. So what they are having to overcome. Yeah. I feel as if there is, you know, maybe a romantic connection here. They're feeling orphaned. There is this energy of feeling orphaned, that their energy is fragmented. They're trying to see this more spiritual approach, I would say, to life. Um, yeah, Knight of Cups on the bottom. You know, we have the Two of Cups again. There's they have a lot of love for you. The thing I would say here is that they're anxious. They're extremely anxious because I'm not sure. I think that they think you are on a totally different spiritual plane than they are at this time. They're not really sure, you know, about you could be a person that, you know, comes in and can give, you know, love, attention to this person, but then, you know, you could be you know, you could be even like a firefighter, like, you know, like a forest firefighter or something like that. Like there's this energy where you can come in for a time, but then you have to go again. You could be in the military, you know, and you have to leave for a long time, you know, or you have to, there's this energy where they just want you to be with them. They see, what I guess I'm trying to say is that they see your passion for the world, what this world that you are imagining, okay? They see that as something that is detracting from your relationship, because to them it's kind of like it's too fragmented, as if they're not getting enough of your energy. This is the obstacle that they're having to overcome. I feel like they truly love you, but they're just feeling like they don't get enough of your attention. And that's the way I'm going to put it. I feel like you have a lot of attention. There's a lot of passion. I feel like your passion is more on what your soul's purpose is. They would like to be part of that, but they don't. I think what you may need to know is that they don't see it. They're trying to see what it is that you're passionate about. They're trying to see it, but they just really can't connect. It's kind of like my friend, right? And that's like, okay, I can recycle, but the composting is not for me, you know, and her children are trying to get her to do it all. There is this energy here where they're trying to keep up with you and they just can't. And yet they want to. They really and truly they really and truly love you. But they feel like they just can't keep up with you. Whether they feel like they're not worthy enough, or if they feel as if you're just on a different plane than they are. I feel like there's not an even connection here, you know? Your energy does seem to be more somewhere else than where this person is. All right, so let's see what they are aspiring to be because of this, okay? Because of your connection. What are they aspiring to be? Okay, I'm going to start with this, the Hermit. I feel like you are helping them to open up. You know, they're really looking at their third chakra. This is their core values. You know, I feel like they think that you have very strong core values. You know what's really important to you. Whatever this is, it's really important to you. You put a lot of time and energy, love, passion, inspiration, motivation. I think you're trying to motivate a lot of other people too in this, whatever this is, this cause that you have, right? And they're stepping into that energy of, well, what's my cause? Why am I here? You know? I feel like they see you as a person that is truly blessed because you have your passion. You have something that you are truly passionate about. Whether you realize it or not, they are looking at you and saying, wow, I wish I could be that passionate. You know? They may have a traditional job or something like that, and they're like, wow, I wish I could do that. Maybe you're a person that goes, you know, instead of taking a vacation to the beach, you know, you go on a mission, you know, trip. You, you know, go help a village build, you know, homes or help to teach, you know, children or something like that. Like, your time and your energy is put into helping the world be a better place. And they're kind of like, yeah, I'm just I'm just trying to have my job and find love. And they're like, wow, you know, really interesting because I feel as if there's part of what you have in your life that they aspire to be, and yet at the same time I feel like they think sometimes that you may be a little bit too attached to this. They may have even said that to you. You know, you're just too wrapped up in your cause, right? Well, you have to follow your heart, right? And they have to follow theirs. And I think that that's what they're trying to do, is to step into this energy of, what do I truly find passionate about life? Why am I here? What is my purpose? They're really trying to do that and then make some plans and action to take forward with that. Wow. Yeah. 10 of Swords. I feel like they think that this is maybe not going to work out. But they would like to have victory. But we have the 10 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. Lots of pain in this situation. They're trying to overcome it. You know, you may have walked away from this connection because you were like, I have to put my time and energy into my cause or what it is that you're trying to do. They are getting determined. I think there's part of them that it looks back at this relationship and it inspires them about where it is that they want to go. And they are trying to, you know, change the wheel, get the wheel to move in their favor, to bring in these blessings because you have the blessed. I also feel like they think that there is perhaps a chance for this connection to come back together. But they know that, I feel like they know that there is something that they have to get passionate about first. They have to go within. They have to figure out what they are passionate about, what their soul's purpose is, before they could even possibly reconnect with you. Really interesting, because I feel, you know, they could have been one of those people that, you know, became an adult, took a job, was working the job. They may, you know, they may have even been married or something like that. But you have inspired them to understand that life is more about, you see life as an adventure of, you know, really connecting with the world of, you know, there's a bigger picture for you, right? Than the small world that they kind of have lived in for some time. Okay, so this is going to be the lesson. You have to keep in mind that the two of you are helping each other, right? They may have helped you to understand maybe you would like to have love in your life and still be able to work, on your cause or something. That maybe you are a little bit spending too much time on your cause, and maybe you would like to have some love in your life. And they are wanting more purpose, more, reason to be here than just, the everyday life. Okay, because they see you as living a much bigger life than them. So how can I surrender even more in this moment? So this is really kind of for both of you. It is essential to have clear, strong intentions of what we desire, but it's equally important for us to detach from the outcome. It's time to surrender. Let the universe have some breathing room to work. Let go of the wheel and trust so deeply that your trust turns into gratitude for what you cannot see yet, but you know is coming. Really interesting. I'll put that up for a minute. Yeah, group 2, I feel like, you could be working so diligently, so, intently on whatever this cause is. There is perhaps in this lesson for them, there's also a lesson for you to, also understand to give some of it up to the universe. Allow the universe to help you with this cause. Really interesting. And then I think for them, there is this energy of, kind of giving up what they may have traditionally thought was, a life that they may have been trying to play a little safe in life, and opening up to the fact that, I don't want just a job. I want a job that has purpose in order to better help the world. Really interesting, because I feel like the two of you are kind of really opening each other up in a really nice way. You definitely are inspiring them. You really are. Such a strong energy there. I really do wish you much love, light, joy, and success in your cause, because it is definitely, I can feel your passion for your purpose here. It is something that you are truly, I feel like, trying to change the world for the good. It's a lovely, lovely energy. All right, well, group 2, I am going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light. If you have any suggestions for future pick-a-cards, I'd love to hear in the comments those suggestions. Or if you're resonating with the message, I'd love to hear how. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now. Well, hello there, group 3. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this relationship, the dynamics between the two of you, how this has triggered them in some soul growth or soul evolution, what they have observed from you. So this is something that has helped them to open up to a lesson that they would like to work on at this time. And then we'll take a look at what obstacle they are encountering at this time and where they would like to go, what they are aspiring because of something that they have encountered with you. So let's first take a look at how they see you, or how they saw you when you were together. So this could be if you're separated. If they're observing you at all, they could be learning from you even at this time. But what did you trigger in them that had them go onto a path of trying to find some progress in their own soul's journey? So the first card we have is the Fates. There's this energy that you also have the Angels of the Four Directions. I feel like they feel as if you are truly fated. You have a lot of situations, relationships, things that come into your life. They may feel like you literally were kind of like born very lucky. Now, this does not mean that you were truly born super lucky, with the silver spoon and that type of energy. But they feel as if, for some reason, you tend to get the breaks, okay? That life has been good for you, that your life has been very faded and very blessed, that you have a lot of opportunities because the adjacent possibilities, that there's a lot of opportunities that come your way. They may feel that you kind of just get all of the lucky breaks, that there's one aspect after another that just kind of falls into your lap. Now, the thing is that they feel like this has occurred since childhood, that you just get like one lucky break after another, that this could have occurred even since the day you were born. It could, you could be saying, yeah, but I work really hard. Well, the thing here is that I think they recognize that you do work hard, that you take these opportunities and you turn them into, riches in whatever way. So if you get an opportunity in a career, you take it, you run with it, you're blessed and you have the gifts, the talents, that you can take it to the top. If it's a romantic connection, you can take it to the top. They understand that you have somewhat of a childlike, adventurous spirit about you in life. You take these opportunities and you don't look at, it's kind of like this energy of a fool's, energy, not being foolish, but just having that embracing, almost like a child, every single opportunity that comes your way. And because of that, it's as if you are working without any fear. Really interesting energy, because they take a look at what falls into your lap, but then they're also recognizing that you do put the time, the energy, the love, the care, the nurturing, because the Ace of Pentacles is about nurturing the opportunities that come your way. And having these grow into beautiful, things for you, whether it's in relationships, career, money, it's as if you have the Midas touch. That's what they just said. Yeah, you have somewhat of the Midas touch. So let's go ahead and clarify this and see. Yeah, 3 of Cups, Page of Wands, 7 of Cups, Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're very loving, very nurturing. You truly, celebrate life. You celebrate the opportunities. You're always passionate, inspired to try new things, to perhaps meet new people, to not hold it back. It's kind of like you have this spirit of really and truly embracing life to the fullest, thinking of life as an adventure. That's full spirit, not foolish, but this sense. They may at times have called you a fool. Like, why are you doing that? That's so foolish. And you're kind of like, it'll work out, because you have this interesting energy about you where it's kind of like, it's going to be okay. It's going to work out. You have a motto of things work out for me, and they do. And, with the 7 of Cups, it's this energy of you just have so many, I feel like people that admire you. You may not be the type of person that really settles down, okay? You may be more of, kind of like a free spirit, somebody that is, always looking at new opportunities. And it's not a bad energy. It's not a bad energy at all. But this person may be looking at you as if they could aspire to be like you. They want to be more of a free spirit, more of a risk taker, more of a person that enjoys the life. So let's take a look at their obstacle at this time. Yeah, they're feeling a lot of lack. They have a broken heart. This could be a romantic connection where you still wanted to have your free spirit in the connection, and they may have wanted something that was more settled, more because remember, there's a lesson to be learned here. So there's going to be a difference between the two of you. If you're more of a free spirit, I would say that they're probably somebody that wants more commitment, more stability in their life. They they look at you as having all these wonderful opportunities, but I feel like they don't feel those same opportunities will come their way. Well, part of it is those opportunities won't come if they're not in the same energy as you of thinking, yeah, there'll be great opportunities ahead for me. Yeah, this thing, I'm good to go for this opportunity, and if it doesn't work out, that's fine. There'll be another opportunity down the path. They don't see things the same way. They kind of are coming from a victim mentality that you have been given so much more than they have. You may have been born into a wealthy family. You could have been, you may have a lot of gifts and talents. Beautiful, very attractive, very creative. This energy of you have it all, and they could feel a little bit like they just don't have the same set of gifts, talents, creativity, and resources that you have. So what they're trying to do is have the patience to have a new beginning, like step into your energy. They would like to be more like you. This is their obstacle of trying to step into looking at life almost through rose-colored glasses. It's not an energy where, I'm not saying that you don't have any obstacles on your path, right? But it's like when you have an obstacle, you take it as an opportunity. You don't look at it as something that's going to stop you. I feel like they are a person that looks more at obstacles as blocks. I can't get around that. And that's what they're trying to change about themselves. Really interesting. Yeah, 6 of Cups, 4 of Wands, 10 of Cups, King of Swords. I feel like this person really does love you. There's a lot of strong energy. We have the 6 of Cups. They have this, they have the 6 of Cups. Lots of energy here. But with this 4 of Wands, this is what they want. They want stability. They want to settle down. They want the happy family, the happy home. And I feel as if you could be a person that maybe would also like that. But you also have this free spirit of kind of embracing life for what it brings, I feel like they want that they're the type of person that really wants, you could be extremely creative, right? And they're like somebody that would, wants a desk job, wants to work 9 to 5, wants everything to be kind of like, neat and tidy. It's that type of energy. But they really and truly do want like a 10 of Cups. They want the happy family. They want the happy home. Interesting, because what they're aspiring to do here, okay, is to go on a journey. They understand. I think they're trying to get into more of an energy of living life as it comes. With the journey card here, it is that just surrendering to the journey, surrendering to where this goes. I feel like they're trying to put this out to the universe with the Unfinished Symphony. This is an energy that they would like somehow to reconnect with you, or to bring this relationship into more of a balance. But they understand that to do that, they also have to step into this more, I feel like you're very spiritual, you're very open to manifesting, to perhaps talking to your angels, your deceased loved ones, your spirit guides. I feel like you have helped to open them up to that, of understanding that life isn't just in the 3D, that life is more in the 5D. Yeah, so we have creative endeavor and the King of Cups. The King of Cups is somebody that can express their emotions, that gets into their emotions. I feel like part of their journey is moving out of having that like 3D life, being really concentrating on, a career that's, maybe corporate, work or something like that, government work, something that's very traditional. They're trying to become more like you, more creative, more creating from the heart, from their feelings. Understanding, I feel like you have really opened them up to that, to the idea that life is life is more than just going to work from 9 to 5. Yeah, this is really interesting. They really have, I feel like they have really started to turn that corner. They may still be in their traditional job. They may still be kind of in this energy of, okay, I want everything to be stable, right? But they also understand that this isn't bringing them the true happiness that they're seeking. They look at you as being so much happier because you have surrendered to your journey. You have this aura of, c'est la vie almost, right? Where they have been very strict. They may have grown up in a very strict type of family where, family looked a certain way because, they're kind of looking back at what they grew up with. Family was a certain way. It had to look a certain way. And you may be, like the type of person that is, not necessarily wants to be committed as far as like it married, is open to having an open marriage or, some different kind of living arrangement. People are changing their attitudes about what a committed relationship looks like. And I feel like they had this very focused, very traditional idea about love and about commitment, what that looks like, what the family unit looks like, where you have this, much more open, viewpoint about it. So let's clarify this, because I feel as if there is this energy, and I just saw the 8 of Wands. They may be reaching out to you. I feel this is such an interesting energy because they admire you, and at the same time, I feel like they may have ridiculed you at one point. It's this energy of they may have had conversations with you. They may have talked to other people about you. There's something that they aspire about what it is that you do, that they aspire for themselves. And yet at the same time, one of the things that, perhaps you may have to have a little compassion for it is that they are having to drop a lot of the beliefs that they had as children, or the way that they were, brought up to believe about relationships and family units, maybe even career, what that all looks like, the traditional roles within relationships. You're just more open to it, right? You may have grown up in an environment that was more open. They could be a person that, feels like one person stays home and takes care of the children. And you could be a person that's kind of like, well, we both have work to do, outside of the home or something like that. So I feel like they are starting to change. There is a shift, because they're realizing that what they grew up with is not bringing them the happiness that they really wanted, that there is something lacking in their life, right? Keeping to this tradition is only keeping their heart broken. So they're really, I feel like there is a true shift within them. It's a nice shift. Yeah. Wow, really? Judgment. I feel like if this is a romantic connection, or even if it's a friend or family, they really do. Yeah, 8 of Wands again. I think they're trying to make a shift. They're trying to communicate. They're trying to act in a different way because they would like to reconnect with you. They're seeing clearly that part of their stubbornness with the King of Swords, part of their stubbornness was bringing them this pain. They could have at one point thought that you would cave into their ideas. They really may have, but now they're having the strength to overcome this conflict. I feel like this conflict could be partly within them, but also in their environment, their family, their friends, their traditional background is causing them to have to step into this very much Leo energy, strength energy, having a lot of courage to go on to this path of, okay, I'm just going to see where this goes. It doesn't have to follow the plan that I was given as a child. Queen of Wands, lovely energy. Stepping into their confidence of knowing, you know what, when I am confident about myself, just like you are, and when I'm confident about myself, I can create whatever it is that I want, I can put myself out there too. Yeah, really a lovely energy here. I do feel like they could be reaching out in Leo season or by Leo season, which starts like July 20th, 21st. I feel like they're going to reach out. There's something that they want to tell you, even if this is not a connection that is romantic and wants to reunite. This is a connection where they truly learned something from you. You may have just had a conversation with this person. You could just be friends or family members, with this person. And you could have said, well, why do you think that, family has to look this traditional way? And you got them thinking. It could be something as simple as that. But I feel like they want to come and express. If nothing else, I think they want to express to you that they have kind of changed their mind. That they're starting to see another side. And they may not be quite as free and open as you are. They may not be there yet. But I think that they are trying to find their own balance. It's not necessarily that they want to be just like you, right? We all have to find what is best for ourselves. So I think they're realizing that they were kind of stuck in a mindset that was good for their parents or good for their society or good for their religion or whatever, right? And now it's kind of like, wait a minute, let's take a look. This person isn't following that. And I think they think that you have a wonderful life. They really do. And so it's not that they want to necessarily model you, which I think is great. That's what I really love about their energy. It's not that they want to be just like you. What they want to do is find what's good for them. And that is really the exciting thing about their energy. So yeah, they they have had a major shift. I would say group 3, they have really had a major shift. Okay, so this is a soul truth card. When we are taking a look at this, there is something that we are also gaining out of this connection. So let's see. Am I afraid to be seen? So the world doesn't want you to hold back any longer. Time to shine your unique light on the world. You were made from love, and from love you are whole. There is no more hiding. There is no more shame. There is only truth. Live naked and free. Okay, so group 3, let's take a look at that in this situation. This is something that both of you are kind of working on. You're opening mirrors, okay, to each other. This person could have had you start thinking, okay, or questioning your own lifestyle about, wow, do I really want to be this open and this free? Maybe this person is correct, or maybe their ideas about having this stable, family life is more what I want. So you could be switching roles. So it is about asking yourself, it's not, it is time to shine your unique light on the world. I think that's where you are. You're trying to shine your unique light. But if you're ever being questioned, and I feel like this person may have questioned your unique light, right? It can start casting doubts. We start questioning ourselves. You opened them up to questioning their choices, right? So there could be a little bit where this person kind of opened you up and you started questioning your decisions about how to live your life. So the advice here is really interesting. It's about, how I said that they were not necessarily wanting to actually copycat you, right? that they were seeking out their own happiness, what that means, what, a family unit may mean, or what commitment in a love relationship may mean. I feel like they're seeking yours. You may also be tweaking yours at this time. But either way, it's all about making sure that you're shining your light and allowing them to shine their light in your own unique ways. And if it works out, that you can reunite, because we did have that reunion card. If this is a connection where you think you may want to reunite, there is this sense of flexibility now within this connection. Both of you understanding that, there needs to be flexibility and good communication within a relationship in order for it to be successful. Well, I'm going to leave it there. Group 3, what a lovely reading. It really is. If it resonated with you, I'd love to hear how in the comments. And also, if you have any suggestions for other pick-a cards that you would like the answer to, I'd love to hear those in the comment section too. Much love and light to you. Hope to see you soon. Bye for now.